Hi, and welcome to Code FA Academy. And we've been looking at how to create content with ChatGPT. That's we are mastering content creation with ChatGPT. And in this lesson, we are going to look at how to collaborate and how to build a workflow with ChatGPT. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to understand how ChatGPT fits into individual and team collaboration workflows. Identify practical ways to use ChatGPT at different stages of content creation and project execution. Apply role-based workflows using ChatGPT for writing, editing, design support, and coordination. Build a simple, repeatable workflow that combines AI support with human oversight. And also recognize best practices, limitations, and ethical responsibilities when collaborating with ChatGPT. Now, let's dive straight into it. As you all know, content creation today has become more of a teamwork that is team based rather than being individualistic. That is, it involves writers, designers, marketers, editors, and project management. Why is collaboration important? It's important because it is essential to meet speed, consistency, and quality demands. So, ChatGPT acts as a collaborative assistant. It is not here to replace humans, but it acts as an assistant. So what does it do? It supports with the thinking, drafting, organizing, and refining, while human beings can do the not so hard work by making the decisions, doing the creative work, and being accountable for the content that they put out there. So you can think of ChatGPT as a junior team member who works fast, a brainstorming partner, a drafting assistant, or a documentation helper. So that's how we should see ChatGPT. It's not here to replace the work that humans do, but it is here to amplify it and make the work more efficient and helps us to bring out content faster. So understanding the role of ChatGPT in team workflows. So in a team, ChatGPT can support collaboration at different stages. That is, the first thing we're going to look at is the ideation and planning. So ChatGPT can help with brainstorming content ideas, suggesting angles for different audiences, and helping us to outline or giving us outline for projects that we would want to undertake. The second thing we are going to look at is the drafting and execution of our content. So ChatGPT can help us generate our first drafts, create variation of different content. We've looked at repurposing content in our previous lessons. Can go back and visit that how to create variations of the same content and reformat content for different platforms. The third thing is review and improvement. So ChatGPT can help us improve the clarity and flow of our content, suggest some edits that we can make to make our content stand out or make it SEO rich, and also summarize long documents. So, and the last thing is documentation and knowledge sharing. So, ChatGPT can help with creating SOPs, that is a standard operating procedure, and it can also help us write meeting summaries and turn discussions into clear action points. So these are some of the roles ChatGPT can help us achieve when we are working in teams. So let's look at beginner workflow using ChatGPT as a personal assistant. So at the beginner level, that's mostly ChatGPT is used by individuals. Just like from all the courses that we've been doing, we've been creating the content as an individual. And some of the tasks that we've made ChatGPT help us with drafting the blog posts, rewriting a caption to write a caption, creating an outline for a presentation, and also summarizing notes. These are some of the tasks that you can actually ChatGPT to help you as a PA. So a simple prompt that we can use is help me draft a LinkedIn post explaining the benefits of content repurposing in a friendly note, a friendly tone. So let's head straight to ChatGPT, paste these prompts, and see the output that we are going to get. So let's paste our prompts, see the output that we are going to get. So you're asking ChatGPT to help us draft a LinkedIn post explaining the benefits of content repurposing in a film. So this is the output that we've got. So you can see it has given us why repurposing matter and the benefits of doing that. So this is what's been good. So before we can put this content out there for consumption, we need to review it for before we share. That is, we check for hallucinations and check for all of that, especially if it meets the brand voice or the brand that we are working for, if it meets that brand. Now, let's look at how to use ChatGPT in collaborative projects. So, when working in teams, ChatGPT helps to maintain consistency and speed. So, there's a typical team workflow or example of a team workflow that you can try when you are working in teams generating content. So the first thing is idea generation. So the team will meet, agree on the goals and what we want to achieve. Then ChatGPT will help with the content ideas. The second thing is draft creation. So one person can generate the drafts with ChatGPT, the others can review and refine the output that we get so that we can put it out there. Editing and approval. ChatGPT can help us or can help to polish the language and make it appropriate so that we can put our content out there. Then the humans in the team will check for the tone, accuracy, and specifically the brand voice. Final production. Designers, editors, or publishers finalize the content and put the content out there for consumption. ChatGPT supports the process. That's the whole workflow. ChatGPT supports the process, but does not replace humans. The reason why humans are important in this is because mainly because of the brand voice. That's every brand or every, let's say, company has quote unquote its voice that it uses. So humans understand that ChatGPT can be sometimes biased when it comes to those stuff. So humans are needed to get that brand voice right, and also ChatGPT cannot replace the creativity of humans. You get it. So ChatGPT will support the process, but still humans are needed to make this work effective. Now let's look at some roles ChatGPT can assume in teams. The first is can use it as a content writer. That's ChatGPT can act as a content writer. That is, it will generate drafts, rewrite content for clarity, and expand or shorten text. It can act as an editor. It will help improve the structure of our content, check flow and readability, and also flag unclear sections. ChatGPT acting as a designer would help generate copy for visuals, suggest layout friendly text, and also write captions and headlines. As a project manager, ChatGPT can create timelines, summarize meetings, and draft task lists and briefs. I'm sure some of you might have seen that, and some people will be making videos, so you've come across some write-ups or materials that tells you that the best way to prompt an AI, or let's say ChatGPT in this case, is to make it assume a rule. You get it? So let's try one of those prompts and see the output that we are going to get. All right. So remember from SEO rich lesson, creating an SEO rich content with ChatGPT lesson, we created the blog. So for the purpose of this demonstration, I would attach that blog. Then we write out our prompt. So let me go ahead and attach it. What's the title of the box? Impact of AI. Experience. Okay, so while it's being attached, let me write. So as a designer for food FP, generate prompts for visuals for the attached blog. Suggests captions for it to shared on X, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Suggests timelines when the content is supposed to be shared on these platforms. Okay, so all right. So you can see below is a platform ready content platform with DevPay tailored to the attached block. Says it's breaking it into visual prompts, captions per platform, and recommended posting timelines. So we can pick these captions, paste them back into CodeDevPay, like ChatGPT, sorry, and then uh we get images so that you can share the content across the web. So you can see you have all these prompts. And this chat will be attached to the notes so that you can also go through it. Because it has given us the suggested timeline that we are supposed to follow it. So see, it is asking us whether you want to turn this into a content calendar, adapt it to put FP brand calendar, so write video scripts. That's for LinkedIn or Instagram. So let's pick one of the image prompts and then see the output that we are going to. So let me pick the very first one. That is, so let me pick this one. I've copied and pasted. So ChatGPT would generate the image for this prompt. Alright. So you can see this is the image that the prompt gives us. So you can just save it onto your desktop and you can even anytime you can just as you want it, you can just access it. So let me pick another one then. See what you get. So let me pick another pick the last. So this output for the last one that you just used. So this is an example of a repeatable workflow that you can build with ChatGPT as part of your team. The first one is to define the goal of the content that you will be creating. Then you use ChatGPT to generate the ideas. You create your first draft. The humans will do the editing and fact checking. ChatGPT would help with the final formatting and the humans will publish. Then you archive and repurpose the content for future use. So this can be saved as an SOP that you can be using from time to time. What are some best practices to consider when collaborating with ChatGPT? The first is to be clear and specific in the prompt, just like what we demonstrated not long ago. Then you provide context. After that, you review all the outputs that you get from ChatGPT correctly or carefully. Avoid sharing sensitive information and note. Use ChatGPT as a support tool, but not as a decision maker. These mistakes should be avoided when collaborating with ChatGPT. The first is publishing AI outputs without editing. We've talked about hallucinations, this is where it comes in. Relying on ChatGPT for factual accuracy. We've talked about this one too. Using it without defining the goals that you want to meet. Letting AI override the brand voice and treating ChatGPT as a replacement for teamwork. Now, what are some ethical considerations that we must make when collaborating with ChatGPT? We have to know that humans, that is, we, are responsible for the content that goes out there. This is because we are the one prompting the AI or telling the AI what to do and what we need from that AI. So this tells us that AI does not take ownership of the content that we put out there, whether it's generated by it or not. But we humans are responsible for that content. And teams must ensure that the content that we place out there is original, it's accurate, and all the information within it are valid. You get it. So transparency and responsible use smart, especially in professional settings. So to conclude, ChatGPT enhances collaboration but does not replace the need for human collaboration. Clear roles and workflows improve results. Human judgment ensures quality and trust, and the best results comes from AI speed and humans overseeing or humans insights. That's humans overseeing the work done. So you have to know that when used correctly, ChatGPT becomes a powerful collaborator in modern workflows. Teams that define clear processes, maintain human oversight, and use AI responsibly can work faster, stay consistent, and produce higher quality content. Thank you, and that brings us to the end of this lesson. Continue sticking with ProDevP Academy, where you learn, build, and earn. Thank you.